Oh.
I can't see, Marcus. Where are you?
Looks good, though.
Okay, we're talking safety and something right up Marcus's alley.
Yeah.
A total solar eclipse
yeah.
for Crosslin.
And we're so lucky because I'm pretty excited about this. I think about the Earth's rotation and the moon way more than I should. But I've been
probably more than most people.
Yeah, but we are so fortunate here in Indianapolis because it's coming to us. In 10 days, we're going to have an annular eclipse.
That's exciting.
And in about 6 months, we're going to have a total solar eclipse.
Okay, first things first. Yeah. You brought a friend here today. Yes.
This is my friend Dan McGlown. And Dan is what you call, well, I hate to say it, but he's an umbrophile. He loves the shadow of the moon. He's chased it. How many times, Dan?
I've seen 15 total eclipses in my life.
Wow.
And since the next one after April is going to take 129 years to come back to Indianapolis, you travel, I guess.
I do. All over the world.
Where's the most exotic place you've gone to?
Well, Egypt, India, Australia, New Zealand, small island in the middle of the Pacific. I've been a lot of places. Airplane over the North Pole.
So he also has an amazing website that we'll talk about in just a second. But you know, eclipses, I've been thinking, what do people need to know about eclipse? The first thing is the word eclipse means shadow. It means it's going to block something, and whatever the word is, that's what it blocks. A lunar eclipse, it blocks the moon. Solar eclipse, the sun. And the second thing is, and Dan, hold this up. If this was the sun, 6 feet, the Earth is this big.
Yeah,
actually, it's a little bit smaller than that. I mean, we are so blessed in a way that this is one of the most unique places in the solar system. Dan, if I disagree, or you disagree, you speak up. But we have eclipses in other places, but not where the Earth and the moon line up perfectly to block it out. It's going to be a phenomenon that you want to remember with your family, and you'll remember the people you're with. So there's two types of eclipses. And Dan, you want to help me with that?
So you're going to show these, or show us rather, how these work.
Yeah, we hope so.
You want to start with that first? Or you want to start with some video?
We can take a look at how they work real quick
Let's do
first.
That.
Because
that's a good idea.
I'm going to try to show you the two.
So I'm going to be the sun?
You're the sun.
Okay.
And here's the moon that's going to block out, and the viewer is the Earth right now. And you think, how can something so small block out the sun? Well, it has to do with its distance. So right here, if I can get this, there we go. You see it blocks it out. But if I go just a little bit farther away, if I get this just right, do you see that ring around the sun? That's going to be what's going to happen coming up in 10 days. We're going to get an annular eclipse. Annular means ring. So it's not going to be totally dark. But in April, we're going to be closer. The moon's going to be closer. And what is that called, Dan?
A total eclipse.
And the moon being close is the perigee?
The perigee.
Perigee. And so here, when the moon is a little bit closer, it's going to completely block out the sun. I think we have some video that you've created.
Yes, on my website we have videos of what the eclipse is going to look like using my Eclipse Simulator.
Cool.
That's featured on NASA. It's featured on all of the astronomy magazines.
Oh, so that's what we're seeing right here.
This is video extracted from, if we can go ahead and, this is the annular eclipse from Indiana. You notice we're not in the path, so we're only going to see a partial eclipse next Saturday. So it's an interesting event. It's a phenomenon. It's worth seeing. You must always use eye protection for it. But it's only a warm-up for the big event that's going to be happening in April.
Where are you going to see this one, Dan? Because that's a partial eclipse. Where are you going to be to watch this one?
Well, this is the video of the total eclipse, and we can see now the moon is going to completely cover the sun. We're going to see the diamond ring, Bailey's beads, chromosphere, corona, stars and planets coming out, the orange glow on the horizon. This is literally the coolest thing a person can see with their two eyes on this planet.
Yeah, and that's in April, right?
I love
that is April 8th.
April 8th. But the first one, the partial is?
The annular is going, and it's going to be a partial and an annular, because
all these scientific words.
No, it's annular for somebody. It's partial for us, okay? So if you want to go to Albuquerque, you want to go where I'm going to go, Seguin, Texas, to video it, that's where it'll be annular.
That's pretty cool.
And people ask, why does it take so long? We have what's called the eclipse season, 2 times a year. And let me just give you a little example. So this is representing the umbra, the shadow. The shadow. If you can imagine the moon here and the shadow hitting the Earth, but I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to use light just so you can see it. So as this rotates, you see that going across the sky? I don't know if you can see that shadow there. And so that's why this umbra is such a small.
Let me show that.
Here, you can see it better maybe on the back.
Better on the black.
And as it goes across, as everything's rotating and moving, and it's not like we just figured this out. Dan, how long ago they started talking about eclipses?
Oh, the Babylonians, thousands of years ago. But modern eclipse calculations have really only been with us since the 1800s.
Yeah, so the most important thing is safety.
Yeah.
Don't
Mention
ever
that.
look at the
Safety.
sun, no matter if it's eclipse or not an eclipse, because the energy from the sun will damage your eyes. But you do want to participate. Get some glasses. There's great places to be. I'm going to be at Connor Prairie emceeing it. I know IMS is going to be doing things. And make sure you wear the glasses or make a pinhole or do something with your family. Now, Dan has taught me that you don't want to spend the whole time staring at this. It's better to stop, look at it for 8 seconds, talk to your friend, look at it again, and experience this phenomena, the science phenomena.
Very cool.
You don't have to be a umbrophile, I guess.
No, all you have to do is be a person that's interested in your place in the universe and the cosmic alignment that's going to create this wonderful event.
That is so cool.
We
Love
have
it.
we have a path of totality picture we might show, and it shows where this is going to go. There you go, right through. This is the one in April,
Oh, okay,
and
in April.
and it has it to the minute because of people like the Babylonians, the Egyptians, the Isaac Newton know how these cycles work. And I will tell you, believe it or not, whether you're ready or not, millions of people are going to come to that path. And so wherever you're going to be on that day, you're going to be there for 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be, when we went to SIU for the last one, it was over at 3:30. We jumped in the car, got home 10 hours later.
Oh,
Traffic jam.
goodness.
Traffic jam.
Well, you guys, Kayla, Cody, I was thinking like we could have a Lifestyle Live get together where we all, but 10 hours, we might have to plan
That's a
ahead.
long